I'm Nick Bryan, welcome to Pocket News for Friday the 9th of September. Today on the show, Phased Out and Aerial Nades. Apparently it's a term. Alright, here's what's been making headlines, and first up, esports team FaZe Clan have come under unfamiliar fire. They've been accused of scamming their fans. That's right, it's a FaZe Clan Fan Scam. The team signed on to co-produce a game called StarNet Eclipse and encouraged their audience to help fund the development. Backers ended up contributing $20,000 for the game, but it's now well overdue. The game's developers, iCasual Entertainment, released an exclusive pre-alpha build in June last year and promised a subsequent beta in 2015 before ultimately releasing in early 2016. However, the beta has never arrived and communication has been pretty abysmal since. One could argue that's because the development team is helmed by a 19-year-old CEO, but who am I to judge? I am Nick Boy, judger of all things. Since the audience started to go after the FaZe team, the wheels have been greased a little, and iCasual has promised that a new release schedule for the game will be publicly available by the 29th of October. They've also announced that they will honor refunds for those who want one, and backer rewards should start going out in early 2017. So this is just a standard crowdfunding project then. Next up, and the Legion is strong. Blizzard released some numbers overnight about the sales of the latest World of Warcraft expansion. Legion had sold through 3.3 million units by the time the new content went live. This puts it right next to Cataclysm as one of the biggest launches for the game. It's an impressive feat considering that Cataclysm was released in 2010 during the peak of WoW's popularity. With around half of the active accounts that Cataclysm had, Legion has managed to sell the same amount. The millions that remain are a loyal bunch. The Legion is strong. Next up, in Rocket League's new mode is live. Rumble brings Mario Kart style power-ups to the field, which are mainly about ball manipulation. You can freeze them, you can punch them, you can spike them, you can suck them, you can even tether yourself to them. It's the Kama Sutra of Rocket League expansions. Here's hoping the chaos levels the skill gap a little bit so we can all have a chance to introduce Icy Mind Racer to the feeling of loss that anyone who's played against her is all too familiar with. And the Emmy goes to Henry. Oculus Story Studio has won an Emmy for their second ever animation. Oculus VR's in-house film team specialize in crafting Pixar-esque animated shorts for VR devices. They've won in the category of Original Interactive Program for their work in depicting a spiky hedgehog struggles with keeping balloons. Poor Henry. Forza 3 might be getting a demo this weekend. NeoGAF sleuths have discovered a Microsoft page which shows that a demo for the Australian racer is launching on Sunday the 12th. Microsoft has made no official announcement of the demo, so it might just be a placeholder, but with any hope, we'll get to go big banana hunting this weekend. Once I get my balls untethered. And there's also been a lot of patching. First up, Hearthstone. My beloved Hearthstone is getting a shake-up. Blizzard announced that they will be overhauling the arena mode, which means a stack of cards are being removed in order to bring balance back to the decks. In a blog post, Hearthstone designer Dean Ayala wrote that they're aiming to set up Arena to feel meaningfully different to Constructed, Solo Adventures, and Tavern Brawl. There's no date on the upcoming patch, but by the sounds of things, it will be relatively soon, and Blizzard could make a number of minor patches to tweak balance as people dive back into Arena. Now, I don't really play that much Arena in Hearthstone, but this certainly is a step in the right direction. Mage was OP, so banning the strong cards for both Mage and Rogue and the really shitty ones for the rest of the classes is a good start. Ideally, I think it would be best for Arena if it ends up heading in a sealed deck approach. So opposed to seeing 3 cards, picking one, discarding the other 2, and then picking from your next set of 3, you would see all combinations at the beginning. So then you see all 90 cards from the get-go, so you can build a deck around a theme or an idea as opposed to just leaving it up to chance. But like I said, step in the right direction. Halo 5 Guardians also received its latest update overnight. The Anvil's Legacy expansion launched on the Xbox One and brought with it a new Warzone and Arena map, as well as a few new wrecks and cosmetics. This of course coincided with the launch of the Forge mode for Windows 10. I look forward to seeing more of Herman Melville's work recreated in Halo 5. And finally, Smite's 3.17 patch has been revealed, and it will bring an entirely new game mode with it. The PvE arena called Xian Tian's Mountain is a 5-player co-op mode which pits a team against AI waves as well as some MMO-style boss encounters. Good! I think all MOBAs are smart to have some mode diversity. Like Dota. I don't really partake, but I know plenty of people who get stuck into the custom games when they're fatigued by the main lane game. which tends to happen when you close in on 1,000 hours of anything. Dota has wave modes and tower defense games and boss arenas and PvP maps and heaps more thanks to the community. Obviously you want people spending the most time in the core game, but if fresh experiences can keep people from closing down the game, you're gonna sell a lot more hats. I really shouldn't be encouraging devs to steal more of your time, but I do think it's a really smart move by the Smite team. In fact, they should push it further. And here's something I'll push. It's Thing of the Day.
Bring home the adventures of Good Game Pocket with Nick Boy, the action figure. They're sold separately, made in Bajo's backyard.
Thing of the Day.
In the now closed Battlefield 1 beta, Tricky Troll and his buddy Andy improved the arsenal of the game's biplanes. By standing on the wing of the aircraft, Andy was able to lob nades at unsuspecting enemies. Classic 1914 aerial tactics.
Mom, I want a Nick Boy.
Thing of the Day.
Alright, that's it for Pocket News today. My Pocketeers, tonight is the recording of the 10th anniversary episode of Good Game. So if you are coming, I will see you in a couple of hours and you shall also see me. And this afternoon on our YouTube channel, Ask Pocket, where I tell Sarah to shut up so I can go into graphic detail explaining the ins and outs of my day. And if you're looking for someone to lament about the fact that you're not coming tonight, then join the Pocketeers Facebook group and Steam group. Although that might be hard because a lot of the Pocketeers are coming tonight. There are links to everything I just said in the description below. Today's Thing of the Day graphic was made by Rory McGinnity. If you've made a thing, please send it in. Until next week, my Pocketeers, Nick Boy out. Just building up the energy for tonight. I may have worn myself out.
Nap time.
502 alarm. It looks like we're coming in too fast.
We are slightly short of the landing site.
Oh God.
We are going to have to burn late.
All this technology and you can't land a simple toilet?